Hey, I'm right back with another video. It's 3:11 p.m. It is October 9th, and it's my son's birthday, so happy birthday if my son's listening. Of course, he will never tell me if he's listening because, it's not something that we talk about, this whole gang stalking thing. So anyway, I just wanted to come in here and make a video really quick. I'm kind of bored today, but my mood is getting better. I think it's because I'm just trying to separate the frustration of what's going on and keeping things like in little categories, in boxes, like I'm not focusing on what my family did to me so much anymore. I still hate them. I don't want anything to do with them. But it's like, I'm understanding that this is what happened, and it's allowing me to get some sort of closure because I understand what happened now. And I am still devastated, but it's like it's like this transition period that I'm going through. I deal with a lot of boredom, which everyone knows. But that's my biggest issue, is just getting out of this whole stagnant period. And that's my kind of an obstacle in a way, because sometimes I let this issue kind of weigh me down when I really should be doing something to fix myself up, meaning move forward in my life. And it is something that is very heavy on me, mainly because it zaps your morale. You spend hours in a place where, doesn't really provide you much fulfillment, and a few hours, right? And then you come home and there's really nothing else for you to do. So you just feel, and it's normal to feel this way, especially after dealing with a lot of the trauma that occurred before all of this. So anyway, I'm happy about autumn. So if you can tell, I don't know if you pay attention to my bedroom, like when I'm making this in my bedroom, but usually my room looks a little bit different from a different angle. So I decided to rearrange my room, which I needed to do because pretty soon I'm going to be having the wall heater, the pilot light lit, so that I can use it. Before, my bed was close to the side of the wall, close to the heater, and I felt like that could be a fire hazard. I wasn't really sure or not, so I moved it around. So now I have access to both doors. I have two doors in my bedroom. One leads out to the hallway, one leads out to my living room. And so now I have, access to both doors, which is nice, okay? And then, of course, if I'm here during the summertime, I'll have to rearrange the room again. I also had to rearrange my living room as well. So I got my Amazon order today, which I was really happy about. Actually, was I really happy? I won't say happy. It's more like when you have to buy things out of necessity only, it's not that joyous of an occasion, but it was nice anyway because I kind of wanted to change my comforter because I had a comforter that was getting kind of ratted and tatted. So I got a new one for the fall season, and I also got a new hat, which I will be wearing, which I might try that on for you. This one was very inexpensive. I got it on, of course, Amazon, and this was a fedora, and it is black, and I don't know, what do you think? If you like it, let me know. But of course it fits okay. I just wanted to get some more brimmed hats instead of what I've been wearing before, like a lot of beanies during this time of the year when it gets cold. So that's a very warm hat, but it'll keep my head warm, and of course my hair covered, for the fall and winter season. So anyway, I kind of want to talk about the issue relating to what happened with my family, because it has been on my mind, not as much, but it has been on my mind. I think what I resent more than anything is the fact that I'm a victim, a 100% victim in this issue. And I resent the fact that my ex-brother-in-law, Jim Culligan, basically created all this chaos and then leaves me to pick up the pieces. That's what bothers me the most. I was literally, here in this town. Of course, he's been following me around everywhere. But I was here minding my own business. And then these people descend upon me, my ex-family, and created all this chaos and drama. And it was done out of complete and utter jealousy and for no other reason. And then it leaves me feeling like, leaves me in a very vulnerable position. Number one, not only did this bullshit create a lot of gossip and chaos around me, it left me in a situation where it's like, now I have to figure out how I'm going to pick up the pieces of my life, and I don't have the access to other resources that other people do. You know what I mean? So then I have to double my efforts, and that bothers me because I'm the one who's hurting. the most out of this, all because of someone who was irresponsible and arrogant in the first place. So that part bothers me more than anything else, because really, like I said, this whole issue should have been nipped in the bud with a lawsuit a long time ago. And I'm not the kind of person who has my hand out, looking for money, or somebody who feels like I deserve to get things given to me with no effort. Okay, but when you consider the years that this has been going on, and the violations of my rights, and the violation of my privacy, and everything else that's associated with it, this should have been nipped in the bud with a lawsuit. Okay, so I want this to be a lesson to everybody about the dangers of mixing family, or friends for that matter, and business, because this is the sort of stuff that happens. Okay, it leaves the person who's a victim in a very vulnerable situation. So that I really do resent. I go to bed at night, I'm thinking, my God, this person is a fucking monster. You can't, whatever the case is, you can't make this person seem like a humane person. You can't. Okay, I do believe that they suspected, because I had no idea that the guy from high school was involved in this. Okay, but the very fact that I liked him, not knowing that he had a mental disability, they may have assumed that I too had a mental disability because I liked him, and that because of the issues that they created for me. All these people, the thing is, there's some people who should never cross paths. I should have never been intermixed with my family in the first place. I really am sorry that I was born into that family. But because of the problems that they caused in my past, they thought maybe I had a disability too, because maybe they thought I was mentally disabled, because maybe they thought I was a little bit crazy because of the behavior that was being exhibited around me, and my reaction to it. Or they may have thought that I was mentally disabled, like maybe I had a learning disability, which I don't. Either way, I'm fine. Okay, there's nothing wrong with me. But the point is that if this is what these people thought, and continue to harass and belittle me, believing that something was mentally wrong with me, that makes them seem even worse. Like, why would you do something so evil to a person that is not able to help themselves? Why would you literally squash a person who has a disability, if that's what they were thinking? Okay, I can't make these people seem respectable. They're not respectable. Okay, so anyway, when I think about their evils, I get really tense. Like, I get really, like, these people are monsters. It's like, I don't know what their problem is, what they created, but it's their problem, not mine. Okay, I can't take any responsibility for it. And I'm the kind of person, I do take responsibility for the things that I do wrong. And I know I've made some mistakes in the past. Okay, I'm not an angel. I made some mistakes in the past. And for those mistakes, I take full responsibility. But none of this issue is my responsibility. None of it. Okay, not one piece of it. So, but yet I'm the one who suffers the most from it, and then they wanted to make stipulations like, oh, if you convert to our religion and all this other stuff, then we'll do. No, I'm not playing that bullshit. Okay, the thing is that you had no right to involve yourself in the first one. I never invited you into my life. Okay, and based off all the issues that I've gone through, why would I want you ever in my life? It's just like, done. I'm done with these people. As far as the friends I used to know in high school, people on Facebook, I think they intermingle with my family, and they thought foolishly that since that's my family, they must know me more than they do. But no, I would say no. My family doesn't know me, and obviously I don't know them. I had no idea they were capable of doing this sort of stuff. None. I knew they were a little bitchy every once in a while, got a little edgy, crabby or whatever, but this sort of thing, I never. No, we're two different people. Like, I have a completely different way of living than they do, and because of this issue, there's constant misunderstandings between us. And some differences can be worked out, but when you literally plow over a person, there is no way in hell that I would ever want anything to do with these people. So I think I've said that enough times. So anyway, so yeah, I'm getting prepared for the fall, and I look forward to the cold season because I like that a lot, and I'm trying to stay warm this year. So one of the things, getting a hat was one of my things. I think this is okay. I guess they run a little bit small. They said in the advertisement. I think it's fine. I think it's because my hair is pulled back and then I have this little knot nub at the back. So it's kind of hard for me to push it down. But if I undo it and then brush my hair down, it should be okay. So yeah, and I'm still looking for a winter coat, which I probably won't get till next month, okay? I'm looking for something practical, but basically just to keep you warm. Now, I'm not working in the same sea train / trailer that I was working in last year, so I won't have to deal so much with I would wear like these really thick socks. My friend got me some socks. I, of course, bought some thermal socks, and then I would double up these socks with the socks that she got me to wear in my boots that my feet would stay warm, okay? Luckily, there's a different, I'm in a different office, okay? So I don't expect to be that cold, but I do need a winter coat. So that's something I'm looking for. I do see some really cute winter coats on the websites. Although they're cute, they're not practical, okay? I am a very practical person, okay? Just because somebody likes clothes and stuff doesn't mean that I'm not practical, okay? I see a lot of girls with really nice heels and shoes and stuff like that. I'm more of the kind of person, I like functional shoes, okay? And so, like, for example, I needed a new pair of boots this year for black boots because mine were basically had holes in them, and I had them for, I think I had this pair of boots for like 7 years, and they were run down. They were just literally like throw them in the trash already. So I got some new boots, and I see a lot of people wear things that have like a lot of cute buckles, and they're really cute, okay? But I'm the kind of person, black boots, and I have to make them practical. They have to be something that I can wear if I'm going to the grocery store, and they have to be something practical that I can wear if I'm going to work or something. So they have to have dual purposes, okay? Now, if I was wealthy, then I would probably go get something cool with a lot of cool buckles on it and look all cool and badass, right? But that's not the point right now. But when it comes to shoes, I am a very practical person, even though, regardless, I don't care what. I'm not the kind of person who wears a lot of strappy type shoes, high heels. I don't wear any of that sort of stuff. I wear very practical shoes. If I do have heels on my shoes, they're usually about this big. I'm not the kind of person that can walk around in stilettos or anything like that. I'm very clumsy, and I've been told by people that when I do wear heels in the past, where I've actually experimented with them, that I actually clump. I mean, I stomp and clomp when I walk because I'm not graceful and elegant with my walk in those sort of shoes. So I'm very conscious of that. And so it doesn't really fit in with my image anyway. I'm not that, I'm girly, but I'm not like girly, like, I'm wearing the high heels or something. It's not me. So, I got some boots for the winter, and these are okay. They're not bad, but they'll keep my feet warm. And so it's all about being practical, So anyway, my mood is a little bit better. I go up and down. I tend to get a little depressed and moody and stuff like that because of the issue. Only because, they've made my life a headache. And, and in the cowardly way that they did it. Like, they went and caused all this problem. And they're more than willing to just sweep it all under the carpet. Like, they wouldn't talk to me anyway. Not that I ever want to talk to them either. I'm talking about my former family. But what bothers me so much is that they could cause so much heartache and so much grief, all in the name of God, which is, I think, is really crazy. Hang on a second. Oh, okay. I do have my pillow. I decided to keep my little toss pillow on the bed. This bedspread is like an apple green color, and it's super warm. It's very fuzzy, kind of matches my frog, which if I'm not really careful, he blends in with the with the bedspread, which is kind of funny. But anyway, I'm dealing with that, that issue, and I'm upset because it became an issue of where sides were taken, and there shouldn't be sides taken on any issue. If my family wasn't happy with my lifestyle, they can't retract and say things like, well, you could do this when you're 18 years old, and then come back and say, oh, well, you can't do that. This is an attempt of sabotage or jealousy on their part, and I'm not interested in that. I like my lifestyle. I think I live a very good lifestyle, and no, I don't need your cult to be happy. I don't want it. I don't want anything relating to you, Jim Culligan, or my sister Tanya. There's nothing admirable about your life. I think, I was thinking yesterday or 2 days ago, I think it was, it's like some people, they want recognition, they want status so badly. That's what people strive for, okay? And my thing, it's not, I don't really like a lot of attention. I don't, okay? Some people say, well, you dress nice. That's my hobby, okay? But I'm not somebody who wants people honing in on things. And plus, when I compare myself to other people, I look at people who have far better, more materialistic things than I do. I mean, I really don't have much. As a matter of fact, speaking of that winter coat, I'm thinking about going to the thrift store first. I'm always going to check thrift stores first for things that I need first, okay? Except for bedding, okay? I don't like I'm having used bedding. I'll buy that new. But coats. I even looked for boots before, used. If they're in good condition, I will just take some, what do you call it? What's that stuff you call it? It takes away bacteria, whatever. I'll spray those out, wash them up real good. I'll wear those, okay? I will go to the secondhand store first, okay? But I'm not the kind of person that likes attention, okay? But I think a lot of people in society, no matter what country you're in, people want to have prestige. They want prestige. They want all these things, okay? And I think that my aspirations were very humble, okay? I'm just somebody who works in an office or whatever. Do I have the ability to do more? Yes, of course I do. You know what I mean? But still, I would consider my aspirations quite humble. But I think my former siblings, Jim Culligan especially, may have these preconceived ideas of thinking that I'm going to be the CEO, or he's trying to prevent me from cashing in on all this stuff. And I'm like, look, dude, I don't have, number one, in order to have a position like that, you better know some people. I don't know people. I really don't. Okay. But, I'm good for the office work. I'm great at office work, and I'm very methodical, and I love working, and that's something I do enjoy doing. But I think that my family feels like there's some sort of competition to be in a place of position of power and recognition. And that's their motive in order for getting ahead. And they feel as though, maybe they felt as though I was in a position like that. I've never been in a position like that. I've never had the perks of some people have company cars, and they have company credit cards, and they have all these wonderful benefits that, you can't even imagine. They have all access to all these. I've never had those things. Okay. And I probably never will have those things. Okay. But I do believe that I'm good for office work, meaning, I have all office skills. I'm good at, I don't like secretarial work, but it's a part of the job no matter what kind of position you work. If you work in an office, you're going to be writing letters, okay? You're going to answer letters, you're going to answer emails, you're going to accept mail, you're going to send mail out, you're going to do those sort of things. You're going to know some aspects of bookkeeping. In my case, I understand full ledger, general ledger accounting. That's fine. Okay, I do have great managerial skills, okay? Even though they were not understood in the beginning, because people do things in a very illegal and a corrupt way of doing things, and they don't do things that are beneficial. They don't think about what they're doing, okay? I'm not saying everybody's like that, okay? But I do believe in a certain form of management, okay? I do. And so I do have great skills that way. But am I somebody who is somebody who's going to rock the business world? I don't think so, okay? But maybe in these people's little twisted mind, they feel as though I am. So they feel like I got to go attack her. It's an office job, okay? Calm down. It's not that, big of a deal, geez. But whatever the case is, I think that some people are so desperate, for some sort of status or whatever, that they felt it necessary to conspire against me on Facebook. I think it probably started sometime around 2008, around the time where I sent Stephen the email regarding saying hi to him or whatever. And from that point on, Jim Culligan, they've always been in my work anyway, but they must have thought that I was actually seeing him. I haven't seen this man in 30-something years, not in physical form. Okay, I've seen pictures of him in the last few years. I've been looking at his Facebook page since, I think, 2016. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him. No text messages, no phone calls, nothing. But whatever the case is, even if I was seeing him, which obviously I wasn't, it's none of your business. It's none of your business. If you choose to live your life the one way, that's how you choose to live your life, okay? But I have every right to live my life the way that I want to, as an adult, okay? And I don't appreciate your intrusion. Okay, and I don't appreciate your cowardly way of handling this, creating all this drama, all this heartache in my life. You know, whether you think I don't believe in the way that you live your life. I think your lifestyle is garbage, complete garbage. Okay, so for you to sit there and think that you had something to teach me is laughable to me. You know what I mean? You might appeal to the majority, but then look at the kind of people that you associate with. Think about it, okay? So I'm not interested in emulating anything that you do at all, okay? I never thought so poorly of you guys until I start realizing exactly what you've done to me. And now that I understand, it's like, no way in hell. You know, this is your problem. Your problem. And if you were any kind of person, you'd man up to it and face people and say, you know, this is my mistake. I made a mistake, okay? You would do the godly thing, okay? If you really cared about your religion, which you don't, okay? We know your devotion to God is about as fucking, you know, it's about as valid as, like, you know, I don't know. I can't even think of an analogy because it's so ridiculous. It's pointless, okay? And it doesn't mean anything. Not really. So, leave religion out of the workplace. It doesn't belong. You know, I think that I see sometimes people pray at work, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with group prayer or anything like this. But when you are telling people how you are supposed to see God, some people see God in a completely different way. You know what I mean? Some people had experiences when they were younger. Some people have a different angle on it. You know, that some people read the Bible and they interpret things completely in two different ways. That's one of the reasons why we have all these different religions, okay? So if other people in the community, which I'm sure not everybody sees things exactly the same way that Jim Culligan does, because they're going to say something, well, that's open to your interpretation. Well, if it's open to interpretation, then what are we bitching about? We're not bitching. You're bitching about nothing. You're getting caught up in the hoopla. You know, Jim Culligan has no right or place in my life. You know, I never invited him into my life, ever. You know, I was very careful about, I mean, my ability to take care of myself was the most important thing in my life. And to this day, it still is. Why? Because I'm all I have. I don't have anyone else. Okay? And I'm not talking about like, you know what, I need somebody. I don't. Okay? I don't need anybody. I really don't. Okay? Everybody needs friends and stuff like that. But I don't want anyone taking care of me. That's just how it is. Whether I was married, single, whatever. Because I want my own protection. I want to make sure that I have my own way of taking care of myself. If you were to get married and your husband drops dead, what are you going to do? Okay, if you marry a millionaire and he decides to leave you and you signed a prenup or some weird shit like that, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? I'm not a gold digger. I never have been. I don't desire to be one. You know what I mean? And so, you know, for you to make people's minds up and decide how people are going to live their life, I think of you as a monster. Okay, and I literally did have like nightmares or flashbacks relating to this issue because you are that horrible of a person. You can't convince me otherwise, especially when I think of, you know, you assuming that I had some sort of mental disability and then you're going to walk over someone like that. Like I said, I can't even make you seem like a human being. You're a fucking asshole as far as I'm concerned. You know, so surprise, you know, nothing's wrong with me. Something is seriously wrong with you. Isn't it funny how, like, you know, throughout the years, things change and people's eyes open up to this reality? Like, you know, you thought something was one way because you were blind and you were just so focused on one certain thing. And then time goes by and then it becomes revealed that you're really just an asshole. It's kind of funny, huh? Anyway, so I'm, the whole, I guess, novelty of my new bedspread or my comforter is kind of worn off, and it's just going to be in the background now, as well as my new hat and everything, you know, but whatever. Like I said, when you buy things for practical reasons, how fun is it? You know, of course, then again, I don't really need a bunch of stuff anyway. I mean, like, I need hats. Okay, I do. I'm not walking out with my hair all messed up, okay? There's pieces of choppy pieces in the back. You know the story, okay? I need a coat. I do. I need a coat, which I will be hitting the thrift stores this weekend. I will check out Salvation Army, and then the Rad thrift store is pretty good, is what I'm looking for first. If I can't find one, then I will make my way over to Burlington. I will look for it secondhand this month, okay? If I can't find anything, then I will wait till next month and get a new one. But, you know, it doesn't really start getting cold until, like, I would say mid-November. but it's going to get chilly pretty soon, like right around Halloween time. So, and I got plenty of things to keep me warm for that time period. So I'm a little concerned about that. I mean, I'm not have to concern myself too much about that. I'm fine. I'm covered. I got plenty of sweaters, but I do need something that's a little bit heavier this time around. So it's mainly those issues that have been really bothering me, and I get this sense of depression that comes over me sometimes, not because I'm nostalgic for them. It's because no one should have to suffer that sort of abuse. They should never have to do something like that. No one should ever have to go through that sort of heartache, pain, and that I've gone through, for something that I had nothing to do with. And whether I did or not, it would be my right to do that. It would be my right. If that was what I wanted to do, then that's what I would do. If I wanted to do that, whatever, if they thought that I was seeing this guy from high school at that time back in 2008, I was separated from my husband at the time. I didn't see him, obviously, but if that was what I wanted to do, then I would have done it. Okay, if that was what I wanted to do, but I didn't even see the guy. I never heard anything from him. But I will be damned if somebody's going to tell me as a grown woman how I'm supposed to live my life. Okay, especially when you're messing around with your own kids. I mean, come on now. Tell me. I mean, I'm not even going to go into that issue. Okay, but it's like people. This is how obvious it is that you're trying to get attention for yourself. You want to bring all these people into this little war that you created in your own head. That you made up all on your own, and using bullshit stories from many years ago that I had a child out of wedlock. I don't regret having my child. I don't regret it. I don't. I'm very grateful that I did. Okay. It helped me in a lot of ways. Sometimes, I'm not saying people should do this. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying is sometimes we make mistakes and certain things happen for a reason, and I appreciate it. It's a life lesson, and I'm very grateful that it happened. I don't have any regrets about it. It's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, actually. So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up this video. I will be back with another video some other time. Just want to give you the update. I do like the way my room's arranged right now. If you're looking at this curtain, that's my closet. It didn't come with closet doors, so I had to go to the I think it's called Phallus. I think it's called Fallas. Fallas, whatever. I said phallus, but like not that phallus. I'm talking about phallus, like I don't know how you pronounce it. Fallet? They say fallet. I think it's how it's pronounced. Whatever. I went there and they had these things for like $7 a panel, so I went up and bought those and made these curtains. Okay, it didn't actually come with the valance. I cut the curtain to make the valance. So because it's really tall, my closet's really tall. Okay, so I had to make a valance because otherwise the regular curtain wouldn't just hit the floor. It was messed up. So anyway, I made that, and so I like my little room. It's colorful and it keeps me, as happy as I possibly can be, considering the fact that I have these asshole relatives that destroyed and plowed over my life, which they had no right to. And yes, I will always hate them. Wrapping up this video. Be back with another video later. Take care. Have a great day.